Hi, David Campanile here, owner of Campanile Law, located in the state of New Jersey. We handle estate planning and probate. Today's topic is going to be kind of an interesting one, I feel, and that is about the top 3 biggest complaints I hear about estate planning attorneys. But before we dive into this topic, if you have any questions pertaining to estate planning or probate and you want to schedule a free strategy session over the phone with me, head on over to njestateattorney.com right now to schedule a day and time that works best for you. So, over the last few weeks, now that winter is over here in New Jersey and spring has sprung, and boy has it sprung, been out and about networking with financial planners, talking to clients. I'm always talking to clients, but really back out there networking, have the accountants now that tax season's over, financial planners, and we're just talking, lunch, happy hours, on the golf course, and, even on the phone, just as general check-ins with each other. And I've been hearing a lot of the same 3 complaints about estate planning attorneys, and got me thinking I should make a video to inform you about what to look for when choosing your estate planning attorney, or 3 more red flags, I guess. We've done 5 red flags, here's 3 more red flags, but just some ideas. And this really started bothering me because I pride myself on making sure I don't do these 3 things. So without further ado, number 3 is dishonesty. Now, what do I mean by that? I have had clients come in and say, look, I want a simple estate plan, or I have $5 million and I contacted an estate planning attorney and, I really want a trust, I need a trust, and I'm being told I don't need a trust. And I take this information and, this dishonesty is, you have some attorneys that are that don't specialize in estate planning, and this is kind of a quick money grab for them. So they are looking to do the least amount of work as possible to get that money, which could be a reason why they don't offer a trust or don't want to do a trust for you. Then you have the opposite side of attorneys that, want to sell you everything in the bag because they're looking to pad their billing. They want to make as much money as they can, and they feel people aren't educated. And this really bugs me because I've seen people come in with trust documents. I've seen people come in without documents, and I don't understand why they have these certain documents and why they don't have documents. So dishonesty is a big thing. At Campanile Law, I am not going to sell you a bill of goods. I'm going to tell you what I would do in your situation and if I were you. I have recommendations. I have numbers that I use as really where I start having discussions about certain things where I don't think things should be done per se, but we start thinking about it. We want to start, the wheels churning a little bit. Greatest example was yesterday. I actually had a client meeting, and it was a consult. And originally we wanted to do a trust, but the more I got to talking, the more I was hearing about the concerns of the client, the more, and the dollars that it makes sense to what we were trying to accomplish, I felt it was just going to be a slight waste of money by the client to do this, to create this trust. But if the client wanted it, I was going to go along, I was going to do it, but it wasn't where my head was. So dishonesty is number 3. Number 2 is an attorney who doesn't explain things. Now, what do I mean by this? I have heard so many clients come in with estate plans and they go, I have read this I read it before I signed it. I didn't understand it, but I was told I needed these documents. I signed my estate plan. I'm reading over these documents. I don't understand what I'm reading. And I call I've tried to ask my attorney questions, my previous attorney, and they aren't answering my questions. They're not explaining it to me on a level that I can understand. And I feel that an attorney needs to take the time for every client. And if there are questions, you have to answer them. And what I mean by that is, sometimes I feel that I explain things perfectly. And I'm explaining, what a certain paragraph in a will or a certain paragraph in the power of attorney says. And I understand it, but that doesn't mean you understand it. And sometimes, and I understand, people have to ask the same questions 3, 4, 5 times before they grasp it. And from my experience, if I notice the same questions being asked over and over again, in my head, that means I'm not explaining it properly to you, and I need to figure out a way to simplify this even more. And that's something that I pride myself on this. I am willing to take as much time with my clients as they need to understand the documents. I love questions. I would rather be sitting there answering questions all day than staring at my computer screen, because I'm helping you at the end of the day. I'm helping my clients. So this lack of understanding is a big one. And even financial planners and accountants have come to me saying, none of this makes sense to even them. And, can you explain it? And I try to, and, sometimes things have to be explained. And I am of the philosophy of, and it sounds weird, but keep it simple, stupid. I don't need to speak legalese. I don't need to speak this language, because at the end of the day, I know what these documents say, but I want you to understand it. And I want my clients to understand what I'm presenting to them. So number 2 is is a lack of answering questions. And number 1, if I polled all of everyone that I've networked with, this is the number 1 complaint, bar none. And that is an attorney that does not respond to emails or phone calls. This is by far the biggest complaint that I get from clients when they walk in the door, from financial planners, from accountants, from anyone, is I've called my attorney, they're not responding to my phone calls. I've sent emails, they're not responding to my emails. And this is a big red flag, because I also believe that if I'm in my client's shoes, I want to treat people the way I would want to be treated if I were them. So what I mean by that is, I pride myself on a maximum of a 24-hour turnaround on phone calls. If I miss your call, normally I will attempt to get back within that same day, if not within a 4-hour span. There are some days, though, where 24 hours is what I need. The other thing is emails. I have dedicated hours in the day where I will respond to emails. And if I see an email pop up during the day and I think it's important, I'm going to respond instantaneously, because that's how I want to be treated. And this is a big thing. I was with a financial planner yesterday who introduced me actually to the clients that I had my consult with. And he said, bar none, straight to them, it is astonishing that David is one of the few people that I can call and he picks up the phone. Or I send him an email and he gets right back to me. That is very difficult to find today. And I took that as a big compliment. The clients felt very comfortable with it. But that is something that I pride myself on. So these are the 3 biggest complaints about estate attorneys, the 3 biggest pet peeves I have about estate attorneys. Dishonesty is number 3. Failure to explain your documents is number 2. And number 1 is failure to communicate, or a failure to answer communications. I hope you found this video informative. I'm sorry if I went on some rants and this sounded a little salesy today. But these were things that really I felt were very important to bring to your attention. And when you're looking for clients, when you're looking for attorneys, an estate planning attorney, when you're reading through reviews, look for these things. They communicate well. The attorney responds. I didn't feel like I was taken advantage of. So I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, head on over to YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're posting content daily. If you haven't as well already, head on over to Instagram and TikTok at NJ Estate Attorney. We're throwing up quick little reels there, quick 1-minute videos, nothing more. Just to keep, the wheels turning and quick spurts of information. We also have a podcast, New Jersey Estate Planning Daily, on all your podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. So, and if you know somebody who's going through estate planning or probate and has questions because they're struggling with their attorney, share this video with them. So, as always, my name is David Campanile. I'm the owner of Campanile Law, located in the state of New Jersey. We handle estate planning and probate. Have a wonderful day.